My actual bridge to the Fate world, like how I got to, know it. I've told this story many times, actually. It's pretty basic. You know what? Okay. I think we had a story time or two in the other stream as well, and since we're getting very late into this one as well, I'll do this. This is a formal story time, okay? Maybe a highlight as well at some point. I'll tell you the Fate origin story I have. Is nothing complicated, okay? It's pretty basic, but for people that are actually curious, here's how it went. I believe is year is either 2013 or 14. They have just announced that Ufotable will be adapting Unlimited Blade Works as an anime, and the prologue is set to premiere soon. Some people even had like theater tickets to see the prologue to Unlimited Blade Works. And I remember browsing our anime at the time. I was like, whoa, what's this? People are watching an anime that's not a movie on a movie theater? Like, this is crazy. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I've heard of the Fate thing before. Like, I know about a Fate thing in anime stuff, but I don't really know what it is. So, when I see people having so much interest for, like, a prologue of an upcoming show, let alone the show itself, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look into this. So I did some research. I'm like, I kind of want to try it out, see if I like it, because it seems to be very hype. I tend to like to, check out some mainstream stuff here and there to see what the fuzz is about, to, see if I like it myself. So I did some research, and even it's actually, I think it was even on our anime, their wiki side, that had a bunch of watch orders, or like, how to get into stuff orders. And there was a Fate one. I was like, okay, do I need to watch some anime or something so I can watch Unlimited Blade Works by Ufotable when it happens as well? Because it seems to be very, hype. And then I see that there are multiple watch orders, and then I'm like, oh god. But the one that they recommended the most, which wasn't even an anime watch order, they said you should play the visual novel. Like, that was the main recommendation. Obviously, had other ones for people that didn't care for visual novels, which is understandable. But I was like, you know what? I'm a kind of a thorough guy. So if I want to get into something, I want to do it proper. So I actually went out of my way to find the Stay Night visual novel at that point. And that's how I kind of got started. My first proper experience with Fate was playing the original Fate route of the Stay Night visual novel, the Saber route, if you will. The Real Tanua version was already out at the time, so it was a good experience. And yeah, I liked it. And then I remember when the Unlimited Blade Works prologue came out, the anime, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, because I was just reading the visual novel, because it's mostly the prologue, right? Which is mostly the same in all of them. I was like, dude, I've seen, even just having read Fate, like, all of this is so familiar. It's cool to see it, like, fully animated and shit. And then obviously when the show started, I was like even more hyped. So there you go. I really much liked the playing through the first route as a visual novel, and then when the show started airing, the Unlimited Blade Works by Affordable, I was already hooked at that point. So there you go. That was like how I got into Fate. And what was cool is, because again, I didn't really know anything about Fate. A lot of people, before they get into this stuff, they already know some stuff, right? I didn't really know anything. So you can bet your ass, when I was playing Fate, the Saber route, when they revealed her identity, I didn't know. I was kind of mind blown, because I didn't know about gender bending in the series by then. I did not know it was a thing. So I literally didn't even know Saber's identity. So you can imagine how mind blown I was when she did the first Excalibur, and then Shiro is like, oh my god, I know who you are. So I had the same moment in my head. So yeah, in the visual novel, when she first unleashes and they reveal the identity, now I remember it's a very nostalgic moment to me now, because it's been like 8 years or something, maybe even more. But there you go. It was a little story time. That's just how I got into it. Obviously, ever since then, I've been, checking out more Fate stuff and a little bit of other Nasu stuff as well, but mostly Fate. But there you go. Story time. Over. Boom. Maybe that will be its own highlight at some point for if people ever want to know how I got into all this stuff.